There is a door, an ancient threshold between worlds. For centuries, seekers have crossed it in search of vision, healing, and truth. But what if I told you that this door swings both ways? That while some return with wisdom, others bring back something far darker. Sacred plant medicines, ayahuasca, psilocybin, Iboga, have been revered as gateways to the divine, tools of revelation used by shamans and mystics for millennia. Yet beneath the modern hype, beneath the Instagram posts and luxury retreats, lies a truth rarely spoken aloud. Not all who drink the brew are ready for what follows them home. This is not a warning against the medicines themselves. They are sacred for a reason. But they are not safe. They were never meant to be. In the rush for instant enlightenment, we have forgotten the oldest rule of the jungle. Not all spirits answer with light. Tonight, we pull back the veil on the hidden dangers of plant medicines, the entities that linger, the unprepared who become lost, and the ancient protections modern seekers ignore at their peril. By the end of this journey, you will understand why traditional shamans train for decades before serving the brew, the dark counterparts to the healing spirits so casually invoked, how to navigate these realms safely, if you dare to enter them at all. This is knowledge the elders rarely share with outsiders. Listen closely. Long before psychedelic tourism, before the first Western seeker ever stepped foot in the Amazon, the plants were speaking. But not to everyone. Only to those who knew how to listen. The origins of plant wisdom. In indigenous traditions across the globe, from the Amazonian ayahuasqueros to the Siberian Tungus shamans, sacred plants were never mere drugs. They were teachers, allies, and sometimes tricksters. The Shipibo people of Peru say the first ayahuasca brew was given to them by the plants themselves, in visions. The Bwiti of Gabon believe Iboga is the voice of their ancestors, whispering through the roots of the sacred shrub. These traditions share one unshakable rule: the plants choose who may drink them. The forgotten warnings. Ancient texts are filled with cautionary tales. The Vedas speak of Soma, a divine elixir that could bestow immortality or madness if taken unprepared. Greek mystery schools used Kykeon, a psychedelic brew, but initiates underwent years of purification first. Aztec Tiananacatl, psilocybin mushrooms, were reserved for priests. Commoners who ate them unsupervised were said to be devoured by the gods. Yet today, we have reduced these sacraments to weekend retreats. The spiritual immune system. Traditional shamans speak of an invisible ecology, a world where spirits, plants, and humans coexist in delicate balance. Just as the body has an immune system, the soul has defenses, dietas, purification diets, to strengthen the body's energy. Ikaros, sacred songs, to ward off malicious spirits. Tobacco smoke as a spiritual shield. Modern seekers skip these steps, then wonder why their healing journey leaves them haunted. The dark side of the vine. Not all plant spirits are benevolent. The Amazonian curanderos warn of chulachaki, shape-shifting entities that mimic loved ones to lead travelers astray. Yakuruna, water spirits that drown the arrogant in their own visions. Brujo ayahuasca, brews deliberately poisoned by sorcerers to curse, not heal. This is the truth behind the post-ceremony depression, the unexplained illnesses, the dark night of the soul that never ends. The door was opened, but something else came through. Imagine stepping into a dense jungle at midnight. The air hums with unseen life, some benevolent, some predatory. Now imagine that jungle exists within you. The three realms of plant medicine work. The physical realm, what science sees. Neurochemical changes, altered states of consciousness. The drug effect, Western researchers focus on. Like studying a computer by only examining its electricity flow. The energetic realm, what shamans see. Your luminous body, the energy field becomes porous. Plant spirits move through this field like surgeons or invaders. Ancient traditions depict this as vines wrapping around the soul. The spiritual realm, what the plants themselves see. A cosmic marketplace where energies are traded. Your trauma, fear, or arrogance becomes currency. The infamous dark night of the soul isn't purification, it's negotiation. The The bait and switch of modern ceremonies. They promise healing, they promise light, but the jungle doesn't deal in promises. Most Westerners approach plant medicines with tourist mentality, quick fixes, consumer expectations, pay for experience, scientific skepticism, disbelieving the spirit world. This creates dangerous mismatches. The compassion trap, Mother Ayahuasca, isn't always motherly. The entity loophole, unprepared participants become spiritual squatters. The karmic debt, some healings come with hidden costs. Case study, the psilocybin deception. Modern research touts mushrooms as safe, yet Mazatec shamans warn of Los Hongos mentirosos, the lying mushrooms. Some entities mimic divine love to bypass your defenses. The mirror principle. What you meet in the brew isn't the plant, it's what the plant reveals about your own spiritual hygiene. Signs you encountered more than just medicine. Recurring nightmares post-ceremony. Sudden aversion to sacred spaces. Unexplained energy drains around certain people. There comes a moment in every shaman's training when the teacher becomes the predator, when the healing vine reveals its thorns, the 5 warning signs you've crossed the line. The lingering presence, that spiritual high that never quite fades. Sudden knowledge of obscure languages or rituals, the terrifying realization something came back with you. The broken mirror effect. Your reflection seems wrong. Photographs capture subtle distortions. Animals react violently to your presence. The hunger. Normal food loses its taste. You crave impossible substances, earth, blood, light. Traditional healers call this la marca, the mark of possession. The time slips. Missing hours with no explanation. Finding yourself in places with no memory of travel. Watches and electronics malfunction around you. The unwanted gifts. Sudden psychic abilities with no training. Premonitions that always come true. The creeping understanding, these aren't your powers to use. The 3 types of spiritual contamination. Hitchhikers, most common. Lost souls attaching to your light, easily removed with proper cleansing. Manifest as persistent negative thoughts. Parasites, dangerous. Feed on your vital energy. Cause chronic fatigue and illness. Require experienced shamanic intervention. Inheritors, rare but catastrophic. Ancient entities seeking rebirth. Gradually overwrite your personality. The true meaning behind demonic possession. The forbidden truth about integration. Modern therapists get it backwards. Process your trauma equals opening more doors. Embrace the darkness equals inviting it to stay. True integration requires spiritual quarantine. Case study, the Ayahuasca possession protocol. Shipibo shamans' 13-day isolation ritual. The hidden purpose of tobacco diets. Why post-ceremony celibacy is non-negotiable. You've heard the warnings, you've seen the shadows. Now, how does one walk this razor's edge and survive? The 4 pillars of safe passage. Preparation, building your spiritual immune system. 40-day pre-ceremony protocol. Morning/evening grounding, barefoot on earth. Strict dietary restrictions, no pork, no alcohol, no processed foods. Sexual abstinence, energy conservation. Daily psalm recitation, create vibrational armor. Discernment. Choosing the right guide. The 5 red flags of dangerous facilitators. Allows alcohol before ceremony. Doesn't enforce dieta. Claims 100% safety record. Permits photography/videography. Offers entity removal as part of package. The 3 green flags of authentic shamans. Family lineage of at least 3 generations. Refuses certain participants. Performs individual energy scans pre-ceremony. Protection, the forgotten arts. The triple shield technique performed before any journey. Visualize golden eggs surrounding your body. Hum low tone to set vibrational frequency. Apply blessed olive oil to wrists and temples. Emergency banishing ritual if things go wrong. Spit over left shoulder 3 times. Snap fingers around crown of head. Recite Psalm 23 backwards. Integration, the 90-day rule. Post-ceremony sanctuary practices. Sleep with magnet under bed. Wear only white clothing for first 9 days. Carry obsidian in left pocket. No major life decisions for 3 moons. When to seek help, the 7 danger signs. Unexplained scratches appearing. Electronics failing around you. Distorted reflections persisting. Sudden aversion to sacred spaces. Objects moving without explanation. Recurring nightmares of suffocation. Hearing your name called when alone. The last resort protocol. If contamination persists, seek a Russian Orthodox priest. They retain ancient exorcism rites. Undergo a Mayan sweat lodge, Temazcal with pure copal resin. Consider the drastic but effective 3-day dry fast. Remember, the greatest protection is humility. These realms were here long before you and will remain long after. Approach not as conqueror, but as guest. We stand now at the edge of the clearing where the light of understanding meets the dark of the unknown. The paradox of sacred knowledge. These medicines are neither saviors nor demons. They are mirrors. What they reveal was always within you, waiting at the roots of your consciousness. The darkness you encounter is not the plants, but your own unlived shadow given form. The 3 eternal truths. All true healing requires discernment, not dogma. The quickest path is often the most dangerous. No spirit can claim what you haven't already surrendered. A final warning and invitation. If you take nothing else from this journey, remember, enlightenment cannot be stolen, only earned. The ancients built temples around this knowing. We have reduced it to a weekend retreat. Yet for those willing to do the real work, the years of preparation, the lifetimes of integration, these sacred plants remain among humanity's most profound teachers. Not because they give answers, but because they reveal the right questions. The door remains, the choice is yours. But know this, some visions, once seen, cannot be unseen. Some truths, once known, cannot be unknown. Walk wisely.